Hey, good morning, everybody. Don LaChance here for another exciting interview uh, with a great Canadian partner all the way from BC, Karen Alberts. Karen, welcome to the call this morning.
Good morning, Don. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the fact that you're up and ready to do these things because it's much earlier for you in BC than it is here for me in Ottawa, Canada.
Well, I would have to have said to you the sun needs to be up before we do anything, and it comes up at about 7. It's
Oh,
8 o'clock here. We're fine. We're perfect here.
awesome. Thank you so much. So,
No
Karen,
worries.
tell me, what was it that first attracted you to this technology? How did you hear about it?
Well, I am a late nighter and like to hang out on TikTok before going to bed, and just saw these testimonies from people explaining their health conditions and how they were feeling after with this patch. And so I was just very curious. And, the gentleman that got me on was from Ireland, and his name is Dave Prosser. And Dave was able to connect me to a lot of other areas where I could see other testimonies from different age groups and just get an idea of what was really going on with this technology. And so I've been connected really since January, and very excited when they came to Canada in August. So I'm just going full steam ahead now, which is lovely.
Yeah, I remember having conversations with you when you first joined, and the excitement was building because we had run into some challenges with Health Canada here in the way of the product and the technology that we develop. But because of the company's ethics and the efficacy of our technology, we were able to meet every one of their demands. And so there was great excitement as we relaunched last August 7th. And so, from your perspective, I understand the curiosity and the interest in what it was we had to offer to the grand scheme of things. But for you on a personal level, what were some of the things that you were struggling with that you felt a need to really check this out?
Well, I was getting closer to 60 and had spent the last 10 years really trying to look after my health, and probably in the last 4 years had lost a substantial amount of weight. um, I wasn't perfect with my eating habits at times. Just overall, just had to really think about how I was feeling. I had really gotten migraines since I was 42, really probably all through menopause time for me, and they still can put me out. I'm a lot more aware of how and why they happen, but I was just trying to always find something else that can help me um, fix whatever is kind of slowly breaking down. And my care days with my back and my migraines were probably two big factors that I wanted to seek other means. So I was
Now,
very interested.
now, tell me, with an interest like that and with some of those conditions, when you got hold of this product and you began applying this technology, what were some of the results that you experienced?
I was super quick on feeling the results, and I'm like that. Even with medicines, I was always like that. They would tell me I would need a couple of weeks to feel the effect, and I could feel it in 3 days. Uh, I think right now is one of the things that's long lasting right now is my breathing. My breath feels very, especially when I'm doing interval training stuff or intermittent training. I get feeling like somebody is putting fresh air in my lungs. It's like cold, nice feeling air. I really feel that. I don't labor breathing anymore at all with exercise. Um, I'm, I think my hair is getting thicker. I'm really noticing that because I had taken out hair extensions, which damaged my hair so severely that I had to literally chop it all off right up to here.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
taken this long to grow since January, but uh, yeah, it was very fine hair. But I've noticed it just feels a little bit more. I've been on the products for about 45 days now. And yeah, I mean, sleep was another issue for me. Weight control was an issue for me. Um, I think sleep was always a big major since having children. I mean, sleep just went out the window.
You lose.
And yeah, I just struggled with it. I had such great sleep when I was younger, and then all of that just went out the window. And I had two kids under 2 years of age too. Um, and now I've got two cats that keep me up. So I don't know. Like sleep is huge. Sleep is something that I probably wanted to find a solution more than anything to.
And how's that worked out? Are you sleeping better?
You know what? I was able to go off my heavy duty medication that I had been on for many, many years, Zopicone pill. And um, by applying it, it's interesting, by applying it in the areas where it's around your neck, your temple, forehead, it just made me feel far more relaxed knowing that it's going directly into my brain feeling, and it's helped me tremendously. I think it's called being patient with the process, because depending on how chronic your insomnia, or if you have sleep apnea, which I also have, there's a bunch of things that go on. But I realize that from where I was before and where I am now, it's 100% different. So, but I'm just being patient with the process and letting it get used to my body.
Yeah, no, that's wise counsel for sure.
Yeah.
So what would you share with the community who are maybe looking at this technology, who have curiosity around it? What would you share with them to really kind of prompt them along to, to encourage them to check this out at a deeper level? What's some words of wisdom you'd like to share with the?
Well, I think number one, you don't have to be in pain anymore. You don't have to be in any discomfort anymore, or worry, or any of that, because if you do your research, you will notice that a lot of the information is so right for all of us to use, and that depending on what your issues are, there is enough out there for you to really look at each of the patches and say, this I think will work for me. And that's what I'm doing now, is going through and using several of them and wanting to see how I feel. I think um, knowing that I'm not putting a pill or an injection or anything like that uh, into my body makes me feel so much better, that it's almost like I'm letting my body heal on its own. And I just have to apply the patch every day. That's the only job that I have to do for myself, and I think the I'll be reaping the benefits of that. And I think everybody who wants to feel better in any way. I mean, if you've got grandchildren, you want to be able to move and be with your kids. There's so many things that can help you. It's just literally trying to figure out what your needs are. But I found tons for me, and I think everybody will find something that will work for them, you know.
Well, I love that you touched on this, equipping your body to do what your body is meant to do. Those are wise words. That's great counsel from my perspective. Because it is, right? There are more and more people who are developing sensitivities and awareness around medication and what takes place on that front, right? And this is really equipping the body to do what the body's to do. So very wise words, Karen. I want to thank you for taking the time to join us here this morning and sharing some of that wisdom and your experience with this product.
Thanks, Don. Well, I'm curious, and again, if I'm finding benefits and I'm feeling better, that's everything for me. And I think everybody we all have something going on. We all want to say like, oh, I'm okay, you know, but I think what it is everybody puts up with their crap and they don't have to anymore. And that's the lovely thing, is that you can have a clear mind and a clear body, and which means you can do anything. So it doesn't matter how old you are. There's there's no really age limit to this. So um, you know, I'm glad I was curious and I
Very
could
cool.
stay. Yeah. So I'm really happy. And again, I have a lot of friends that I'm turning on who have issues with themselves, and we are just waiting and seeing how they're going to feel. And again, I'm here for information, but there's also so much information online that you can check out yourself if you're curious. And you know,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Like, listen to the wise words of counsel here from someone who had curiosity,
yeah,
scratched that it, and is experiencing great things as a result of that. Karen, thanks so
definitely.
much for taking time to join us here this morning.
Thank you, Don, and happy Thanksgiving weekend to you.
Thank you so much. You have a
Okay.
great day now.
You too. Take care of yourself.
Okay, bye now.
Bye bye.